Well, good morning and welcome to 755 Live, about 5 minutes of what Jesus said. These are recorded live here at Ironworks Coffee most of the time. And we meet here every Tuesday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. for prayer. These Jesus Said videos are part of our daily Bible plan at bible.today.church. And what it is just a soundbite version of a command of Jesus, because Jesus commanded us to go make disciples by teaching them to obey all the things that he commanded. And so we want to learn the commands of Jesus and obey them. Well, he did command us to go make disciples. So today, before we talk about the Jesus Said for today, I want to just let you know about something that's happening here locally. We are having a Gospel Conversations training May 29th. What is that? It's simple, practical tools that anyone can use anywhere to go make disciples. If you'd like some more information about that, you can go to gospel.today.church. Our church is sponsoring it, but it's not about our church. It's about the church. So we would love for you to be a part of that if you can. Okay, so to today's Jesus Said. It comes from Matthew 10:28, where Jesus said, "Fear God, not people." The verse that this soundbite comes from is, "Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Instead, fear the one who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." Now, if we pull that verse out of context, we miss some of the real meaning of that. Looking in Matthew 10, a few verses up in Matthew 10:22, Jesus is telling his disciples, "And you will be hated by everyone because of my name, but the one who endures to the end will be saved." And then he says in verse 26, "Do not be afraid of them." Don't be afraid of who? Those who hate you, who persecute you, he went on to explain. "For nothing is hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing is secret that will not be made known." And then he says in verse 28, "Don't be afraid of those who can kill the body, but not the soul. Instead, fear the one who is able to destroy both body and soul in hell." And he goes on and talks about how important we are compared to birds and compared to just normal things. And he says even the hairs on our head are numbered, so don't be afraid. You are more valuable than many sparrows. How do we fear the one who is able to destroy us? I mean, that almost sounds like a dichotomy. The Greek word for fear there, where it says don't be afraid of people, but fear God instead. The Greek word is phobio, where we get our word phobia from a similar root. And it's very similar to the Hebrew word yara, which is used in Proverbs 17, a verse you may be familiar with, or at least the first part of it, where it says, "Fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." One translation says it's the beginning of moral knowledge. It's not just a head wisdom. It's a knowledge in action. But the other part of that verse says, "But fools despise wisdom and instruction." Fearing God, literally in the Old Testament in Proverbs 1:17, it's a phrase that means fear Yahweh. Fearing the one and only God is the beginning of wisdom, the beginning of moral knowledge. Well, what is that fear? Both yara and phobia have the meaning of dread, of terror, but also a standing in awe, and then a reverence, a respect. It's almost like when you're in the presence of a celebrity. You're somewhat afraid of them, but you're also enamored and respect and honor them. And were they to ask you to do something, you would absolutely do it. Jesus is saying, have that kind of respect and fear for God, not for people. And especially in context, not for those who are against you. Who do we respect? Who do we revere? Who are we trying to please? Our critics? those who are against us? Well, Jesus is saying, don't worry about people. Don't worry about society's rules and standards. Fear God. Respect God. Life is about eternity. We shouldn't be afraid of what's temporary. Don't focus on what's temporary. Don't stress about those who oppose you. Fear God, not people. That's what Jesus said. How can we put that into action today?